December 18, graciously and tenderly frustrating. God put Christ forward to show his righteousness at the present time so that he might be just and the justifier of the one who has faith in Jesus. Romans 3, verses 25 through 26. The story of Martin Luther's conversion illustrates a point. He had almost been struck with lightning and made a vow to God to become a monk. But as a monk, he was utterly unable to find peace with God. He sought God in every way the church of that day had taught him: in good works, in the merit of the saints, in the process of confession and absolution, in the ladder of mysticism. On top of all this, they appointed him to the university to study and to teach the Bible. Listen to the way Luther later described his breakthrough. How was he prepared to see and receive Christ for who he really is? I greatly longed to understand Paul's epistle to the Romans, and nothing stood in the way but that one expression, the justice of God. Because I took it to mean that justice, whereby God is just and deals justly in punishing the unjust, my situation was that, although I was an impeccable monk, I stood before God as a sinner troubled in conscience, and I had no confidence that my merit would assuage him. Therefore, I did not love a just and angry God, but rather hated and murdered against him. Yet I clung to dear Paul, and I had a great yearning to know what he meant. Night and day I pondered until I saw the connection between the justice of God and the statement that the just shall live by faith. Then I grasped that the justice of God is the righteousness, by which, through grace and sheer mercy, God justifies us through faith. Thereupon I felt myself be reborn and to have gone through open doors into paradise. In the monastery, Luther had to come to the end of himself. He had desired a salvation by his own hand. By the grace of God, he did not give up on his longing and his hope. He redirected his attention to the one place he hoped to find help, the Bible. He said, I greatly longed to understand. He said, I had a great yearning to know what it meant. And he said, night and day I pondered. In other words, God prepared Luther to see the true meaning of Christ and accept it, by stirring up a deep and powerful longing in his heart for consolation and redemption that could only come from Christ. And this is what God does again and again. He may be doing it for you in this Advent season, graciously and tenderly frustrating you with life that is not centered on Christ, and filling with you a longing and desire that can't find their satisfaction in what this world offers, but only in the God-man. What a Christmas gift that might be. Let all your frustration with this world throw you into the Word of God. It will become sweet, like walking into paradise.